Hi, my name is Dr. Ben Newman, and I study coronaviruses and do my best to answer your questions about them. Next question. I was in a pretty good mood, and then I looked at this one, and it's from Barb. Hi, glad you're back answering our questions again. Yeah, I got a little overwhelmed and busy, but it's fine, and there's a lot to talk about, and I'm happy to talk about it when I can. So I must tell you that my 89-year-old mother has died of COVID in a nursing home, which, I'm so sorry. It only took one person who worked there to give COVID to 8 residents. Yeah, that's a shame, but that can totally happen. All right, so the question is a very good one. Why do we not have rapid COVID tests everywhere, especially in nursing homes and hospitals? The only answer I can think of is money. That's the only answer I can think of. All right, let's look at the rest of the question. Why aren't these workers tested every day before entering the building? Only reason I can think of is money. And honestly, why are we still at the stage where, and I don't know if you have to test people every day, but I think you probably have to test people every 3 days or so to get like meaningful different results. So something like twice a week testing. There are places where they do this. The New England states in the U.S., for example, are testing everybody at universities, staff, students, whatever, twice a week. Mandatory, just do it. Yeah. And they're using the molecular test, which is a little more invasive and annoying, but it is more sensitive and gets the job right. If a university wants to set something like this up and is willing to, or has the facility where it can actually handle maybe a saliva sample or something that is contaminated potentially with COVID, there are ways to do this. You can inactivate it. You can essentially do it at what we would call Category 2, which is something you would find in most places. It's kind of a willingness to do it. The actual test itself, I think, comes in at maybe $1, maybe $1.50 a test if you're doing batches of these things. And you can get the result back the same day if you're doing them yourself, and all you need really is a good PCR block and a water bath, and somebody who's willing to sit there and move small bits of liquid from one tube to another tube. It's not that bad. All the reagents are widely available and not particularly expensive. The data would not be directly fed into official data. You would get what is the official test or something identical to the official test, but because it would not be done in a official way, it would not be counted as official, because it has to be done by a certain lab with certain standards, run by a particular kind of doctor with approval from the government, and it's tough to tick all these boxes to the satisfaction. But these are things that I still have no idea why we are not doing far more widely. They couldn't save lives. That's it. They can save lives. Yeah. All right. Are the rapid tests getting any more accurate? They're actually really accurate. They just will usually miss a low amount of virus. So they're picking up all the people who are probably going to be at most danger of spreading the virus because they have the most that's coming out of them at the moment. So in a way, they're simplifying the problem in a useful way. And so the ones they miss are going to be the ones that they'll catch the next time. That's why you do the repeat testing, or that we're already on the way down and are less of a threat, but not no threat, if you follow. How do we get these tests everywhere? I know city governments and state governments can buy them. There is one rapid antigen test that is now approved for just over-the-counter use. I am not sure how you get this, but what you're looking for is a rapid antigen test. It'll look like a little pregnancy test. You will have saliva or like a little Q-tip to run up your nose and sort of mush into something. And then it's got a little bottle of salt water and a dropper, and you put 6 little drops out on it, and it makes the thing run up just like on a pregnancy test. And then you either get a line, which means COVID, or no line. Rather, you get 2 lines. One is a control line that says the test worked. The other one says COVID or no COVID. Yeah. They are not hard. They do not require specialized training to run or interpret. Yeah, they're... Yeah, I don't know. And there are, I don't know many, but several companies right here in the U.S. making them, several companies in Europe making them, and I would assume... Actually, yeah, there are definitely a few companies in China, and I would imagine there are tests like this available most anywhere you could be in the world right now. Yeah. And are they making any new rapid tests that are easy to administer so even people getting on planes can get one before boarding? What you need is 15 minutes and the will to do this, and the money to do it. I thought the new tests were cheaper. I thought they were averaging somewhere around $30-40, something like that. But we would have to look this up, and yeah, I'm not certain on the price. I was pretty sure it was under 50, but beyond that, I'm not sure. But the price can and will come down as these things are used more widely. So for individuals, this is a lot of money to pay $50 a day to work on something, go somewhere, do something. But for big entities like countries, states, cities, provinces, whatever, this is exactly the sort of thing that your tax dollars are supposed to fund, I would say. Yeah, this is a public service that keeps other people safe and allows you to keep the economy moving and allows you to just not have to keep burying people indefinitely for no good reason other than, being a little test shy. So, yeah, I'm very, very sorry to hear about your mother. That's, awful. And, the tests are available. The thing to do is to try to convince people to use them. That's what I'm doing now. That's what I was doing earlier today, and that's what I'm going to keep doing. There are ways to get together, to hold events, to do a lot of the things we used to do. They just involve a quick 15-minute test at the beginning, and then everything's not safe, but it's a whole lot safer than it was. All right. Thanks very much. This was Ask Dr. Ben.